Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport, where Florida beaches are one flight away. Featuring nonstop service on Allegiant Airlines to Tampa, St. Pete, and Orlando Sanford from Bloomington. Close, convenient, CIRA. More at CIRA.com.
You're listening to a special Fun Drive edition of The Leadoff. I'm Lauren Warnicki. Companies that make tractors, excavators, and bulldozers need electronics to make them work. Ideally, durable electronics that can take a beating without breaking down. That's where ACC Electronics and Normal comes in. In this first in our week-long series about local manufacturing called Made in Bloomington Normal, WGLT's Ryan Denham visits the electronics manufacturer ACC, which has proved just as durable as the products they make.
Here at ACC Electronics in West Normal, a worker is hunched over a machine that's spraying a silicone coat onto a circuit board. That rubbery coating glows under a UV light. When done, it'll protect an otherwise delicate circuit board, making it sturdy enough to be used in agricultural, construction, or other off-road heavy equipment. As Technical Services Manager Matt Simmeroff explains, ACC has carved out a niche in a globally competitive space by focusing on ruggedization.
The environments that these products are going into are going to be out in the field. They're going to be exposed to the outside environment in some cases, so they need some layers of protection. So what this machine
ACC operates from a nondescript former outlet mall off Wiley Drive, though its size and ambitions are more than meet the eye. ACC has expanded to over 50,000 square feet of space, over 100 employees, with plans and room to double in size or even bigger. Big white-collar employers like State Farm and Illinois State University are the foundation of the McLean County economy. But it's the manufacturing sector that's really been growing in recent years. Companies like Rivian, Brandt, and Ferrero. And while sexy electric pickup trucks may get all the headlines, companies like ACC Electronics are making products that are in high demand. Manufacturing, though, can be volatile, subject to the whims of the economy. ACC President Kurt Williams says the pandemic, tariffs, and related supply chain problems have all created challenges at this contract manufacturer. That means they're hired by companies to make electronics that they put into their own products.
We've got a plan, we've got a structure in place to continue to grow.
Williams gave WGLT a tour recently. ACC is not quite big enough to require a golf cart or roller skates to travel end to end of the space. It's pretty close. They've taken over much of the south side of the former Crossroads Center in Normal. A mix of humans and robots keep things moving in the big circuit board assembly area near the entrance. They use hundreds of different stencils to make sure the right components are put in the right spot on each circuit board. They use a high-tech oven to fasten or solder the components in place, then run a 3D scan for quality control checks. The precision needed is too complex for the human eye. There could be thousands of components on a single board, some smaller than a grain of rice. From there, the circuit boards are built into sub-assemblies, which are stocked into a supermarket on site where other ACC staffers can grab what they need for whatever they're making. Here's Matt Simmeroff again.
The way that we're trying to flow product through here is using lean manufacturing methodology. So in the past, we were a smaller company, we had smaller orders, and so we batched a lot of product through different processes. So now what we've done is set up more of an assembly line type process where we can flow product from surface mount through selective solder, test, conformal coating, and down this way in a continuous flow. So that way we're able to reduce our lead times and turn product to our customers a lot faster than we used to be able to.
ACC uses several methods to deliver on that ruggedization promise, including special packaging, the coatings, and epoxies that can protect the electronics from hazards like moisture. Williams says ACC prides itself on customer service, too. It's highly customized.
We want to become their manufacturing arm, or we're helping them in terms of costs. So we look at the manufacturability of their product, testability of their product, provide that feedback so that at the end of the day, they've got the lowest cost product going out the door.
Macroeconomic forces have made it challenging, including on-again, off-again tariffs that require constant monitoring to make sure ACC is covering its own costs.
I mean, anything from overseas, especially China, even if you look at semiconductors, they're made in different areas of the world. So some may be China, some may be Taiwan, some may be Malaysia, and they all have a different tariff. So that's the other thing is it's, you got same part, you got 3 different tariffs on it. And you got to figure out how to manage that so that you're covering your cost.
Before tariffs, there was COVID, which distorted the usual supply and demand dynamics as ACC's clients tried to nail down how much product they needed. Supply chains are still unsettled. Joni O'Neill of Bloomington is a program manager at ACC, putting her on the front lines of customer service.
It's been a lot. It's been a challenge. I mean, I think it's a challenge that we all face together. And then it's strange how COVID was its own animal, and then post-COVID was another thing. And so now I think we're moving into a whole new area of what it looks like after everything's kind of leveled back off.
Another big challenge is more homegrown, finding workers in a community with the lowest unemployment rate in the state. President Kurt Williams says Rivian did poach some of ACC's employees early on, although that's subsided. He says ACC's more flexible work environment is a draw for some.
The thing that we find most challenging is some of the younger folks coming in just don't really understand manufacturing.
He says ACC has had some preliminary conversations with Heartland Community College about workforce training. They've worked with the high schools. They have relationships with temp agencies. But some people still have an outdated view of manufacturing as a dirty or dangerous profession. In reality, ACC looks more like a brightly lit medical lab, not a steel mill.
I think if they come in and they see what we're doing and the diversity of what we're doing, they probably open some eyes and hopefully pique some interest.
It's a problem that ACC will have to solve if it wants to grow again, even beyond the 150 or so workers they had during the pandemic. They're gaining some traction in emerging industries too, like energy, where they're making circuit boards that go into battery management systems. It's a far cry from ACC's first line of business a half-century ago, tape cartridge machines for radio stations. Computers, of course, made that obsolete. For some at ACC, that evolving nature of the work is part of the attraction. This is the third career for ACC production supervisor Corey Christensen from Lexington. He had some stints as a high school teacher and an accountant.
Going from the classroom to a desk, that was not a good fit for me. So just being active, moving around, different products, the hands-on thing, you're making something. So it's nice, to make something, it's going to be a finished good somewhere that's going to be used. But for me, it's more, I'm on my feet and I'm moving around. Things are constantly changing. So I really do appreciate that.
You can watch a video tour of ACC Electronics in Normal, produced by WGLT's Emily Bollinger, right now at WGLT.org. I'm Ryan Denham.
You can hear more of this story today at 5 during WGLT's news magazine Sound Ideas, and follow the entire series at WGLT.org/made.
In a crowded media landscape, public radio brings you something different.
Amafuri is a traditional Japanese folk song. It's about a child that is caught in the rain.
Human stories and epic tales.
The water was very cold. There were constant waves, and the wind blew for 10 days.
Help keep NPR and this station one of a kind by making your gift today. Thanks.
Stand with a free press when you donate at WGLT.org.